Hi, it's Dacia from 33 and Counting, and welcome to my first ever video blog. So thank you for joining me this evening. I'm going to answer some of the questions you guys submitted on my blog a few days ago. I do apologize if it looks really weird or the quality is really crappy. I'm doing this on my iPhone and I have it propped up against my computer screen, and so there might be glare on my glasses or crappy lighting, but this is the first one, so can't expect for too much. So, okay. Sorry, I have a piece of paper with your questions on it, so I might have to look away a couple times to remember what we have. I'm going to start off with a question: why are you here, and what do you want us to learn about? Initially, when I started this blog, it was all about, it wasn't supposed to just be about my weight loss. I had gotten to a point in my life where kind of everything sucked. I hated my job. Paul and I were kind of at like a stalemate with what was going on with starting a family. We both have fertility issues or infertility issues, and we didn't know what we wanted to do. We were kind of struggling with the whole infertility issue and just not being able to actually conceive naturally. I didn't have much of a life here in San Antonio, and I was really depressed. I really hated being here, and my weight didn't help at all. So it was kind of got to this like a breaking point where I just, I had to make a decision. I kind of up to this point had been the type of person who kind of expected other people to make changes for me. I don't know if I thought Paul or my family or somebody would fix all my problems, but I never put any accountability on myself, and I just assumed that my problems would go away on their own, and they didn't. And I would kind of cycle through this. I would, try to get everything together and give up, and then 6 months later be in the same spot and hate my life and be pissed and start all over again. And it was just kind of a roller coaster ride. And then I finally just said, I kind of have to take accountability for my own actions. And my really great friend Jamie, who blogs at James and Jack's, she is by far the best writer and I've ever met. She has a great blog, and I love reading it. I love reading about her life, and she lives in outside of Philadelphia, and I'm here in Texas. So her blog was a great way to stay connected, and she had been asking me to start blogging, and so that way she would stay connected to me and my life here. So I decided, I'm going to start this blog, and it'll be great for her and a handful of my friends that live across the country to keep up with my life. But really it was about putting my goals down on paper and trying to be accountable and trying to make changes and forcing myself to do so. So that's why I started the blog. It kind of did evolve into my weight loss story, because once that kind of started working and I started actually losing weight and feeling good about myself, it seemed that everything else is kind of fallen in place. I have a new job and I love it, and our infertility problems are still there, but we kind of have, we know that if I want to do IVF, if that's a possibility, I have to lose weight. So that kind of is precedence there. But I also have changed. I have a totally different social life. And right now my blog is kind of like a weight loss blog, but it really still is all about my whole life overall. But so when I started, it was all about me, and so I wasn't kind of writing for my readers. I mean, I was kind of writing just as like a journal for me to kind of log my feelings and my goals. But now I would say what I would want you to learn from this blog is that we're all in it together. Not all of you are on a weight loss journey. Not all of you are trying to, battle with your insecurities, but we all have issues, and I think kind of knowing that there's other people going through issues too and problems and having, whirlwind roller coaster days, maybe it's helpful, and maybe it helps you feel encouraged that you can make changes in your life too. I'm not there, I'm not at the end, but I'm very hopeful that I'm going to get there, and I have, great support team. So I'm hopefully, maybe from reading my blog, you'll feel encouraged to, make changes in your life too. So that went a lot longer on that question, so I'm sorry. But another reader asked to know more about my exercise routine, because they can see that I'm very passionate about it. And I'm very fortunate that I found something I love. Just started coincidentally. I was just happened to find a Groupon for a yoga studio here in town, and I had already bought one for Bikram yoga but I was kind of waiting for Paul to come back to do that with him. So I had, 6 weeks to kill. So I got this other Groupon to go to the studio that had yoga as well as other classes. And Nia was actually the first class I tried out. And it was really weird, and it was totally different, not like anything I've ever done before. So I tried that out, and I loved it. And I decided with that like Groupon that I had for, I think it was 10 classes, I was going to try to take as many different classes as I could. And every class I took, I loved. So I just kept going and trying new stuff. And for the first time, I really found things that I enjoyed doing. So my exercise routine isn't like, oh, I have to go to the gym after work. I want to burn calories and, I need to lose this much weight. It's like, I'm going to go to Synergy, and I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to dance, and I'm going to feel great. I'm going to laugh and have a great time. And I think that's why I've been successful so far. I strongly encourage you to, find something that you love doing, even if it's not exercise or fitness, but a hobby of some sorts that you love doing. And then it doesn't make it seem like it's so dreadful. It makes, I think, your life completely happier. It makes you feel better overall. I come home from class and I feel relaxed and happy and peaceful and more upbeat. And like I said, it's because I'm going to hang out with my friends and have fun. I'm not going to work out. I used to wear my little watch that had the calorie counter and my heart rate monitor, and probably a month or so ago I stopped because I don't care about that anymore. I mean, I do want to lose weight, don't get me wrong, but it's more about enjoying a great hobby and having fun, and that's probably why you can tell that I'm very passionate about it. So what's inspiring me each week? I don't know, my life, because it's always an adventure. And even though I'm a hardcore planner and write everything out in every class I'm going to and every game I go to, and if we're going to the movies and stuff like that, it's always new. It's always fun. It's still unexpected. And I think that's what inspires me every week, just to kind of try new stuff and meet new people. So that's, I don't know, I guess to say it's kind of a generic answer, but my life inspires me every week. What keeps me motivated? That is, I don't even think I have enough time to answer that question, but everything. I think I say to Paul that this was kind of like the perfect storm. This time it's worked because of all these different elements. I have the blog, I have your support, I have obviously my friends and family support, my husband's support, but I have wonderful people at Synergy that are supportive of me, and I have, it just worked out really well. I have, I work at a job that has healthy food in the cafeteria, and they have Weight Watchers at work, and I'm doing Weight Watchers, and that's been magnificent, and I can't say enough great things about Weight Watchers. So I really think that it's a culmination of everything that keeps me motivated, because I have so many good tools in my toolbox that keep me going. There's so much positive reinforcement. I cannot say enough. I really just think it's like everything keeps me motivated. I have no negativity or nobody, beating me down. And the people that have been that way, they're not in my life anymore. I try to keep good people around, good influences, so that helps. And how do I keep myself from falling off the wagon? I think it's just a perspective thing. I've talked about before the eating, and obviously we all know if we eat crap, we're going to feel like crap. We all know it, but yet we still eat crap. Because it tastes good. I'm sorry, hamburgers taste really good. But I think now that I've started to eat more for how it makes my body feel, and knowing like if I want to do the things I love, like, going for walks or going to Nia or, being more active, I have to eat food that makes my body feel good and gives me that energy to do so. Once I started eating that way, it's made it harder for me to cheat. I don't like the word cheat because especially with Weight Watchers, you can eat anything you want. So I can still have pizza and burgers and stuff, but I do it in moderation, and I don't do it all, like obviously I don't do it all the time, but I do it only when I really want to. So I think, and also the mindset of knowing that if I mess up, or I don't even say mess up, but if I do eat crap for one night or for a weekend, it's not going to reverse what I've done. Even if I was in week 2, you just have to eat better. Like, just say, okay, well, you know what, that sucked, but I'm going to go work out, and tomorrow I'm going to eat better. And I guess I don't know, I think having Weight Watchers definitely helps because it really doesn't limit anything out of your diet. I'm not cutting carbs. I'm not limiting myself from any foods, especially they have like the bonus weekly points. So, on Saturdays I used to go out and eat dinner with Paul, and I would eat what I felt like. But now I definitely am more conscious about what I put in my body. And that, I think, has really helped keep me from falling off the wagon. And obviously, like I said before, I have a great support team. And I really don't want to tell you that I fell off the wagon and have you all hate me. So that definitely helps. Okay, here's some other not diet-related questions. So that's good. Maybe I won't babble as much. My last favorite book I read, The Hunger Games, was by far an exceptional series. I loved it. That was the last book I read. I hate to say it because it's been a few weeks since I finished the last book, maybe like a month. But yeah, The Hunger Games trilogy was awesome, and they were just great books. And if they're a young adult, I'm sorry, I don't know kids that really would love them as much as I do as a 33-year-old. Good movies. Have I seen any good movies lately? I really like the last Harry Potter movie. I love Bridesmaids. I love Kristen Wiig. She's so funny. I'm like an SNL geek. I love Saturday Night Live and all the people that have been on Saturday Night Live and are still on Saturday Night Live. So Bridesmaids was awesome, and it was raunchy, so it was great to see female comedians and doing raunchy comedy, I really also liked Crazy Stupid Love, the Steve Carell movie with Ryan Gosling, who took off his shirt. He's very hot. That was a great movie. It looked really good, and I wanted to go see it, and when Paul and I went and saw it, we were just really surprised. It was a really, really good movie. I highly recommend it. Movie I want to see that just came out is Our Idiot Brother with Paul Rudd. So hopefully maybe in the next few weeks I'll get to go see that one. What new TV shows are you looking forward to the most? I haven't seen too many advertisements for TV. I've actually really limited my TV watching. I usually watch maybe at the most an hour a night while I'm in bed. I like to ice both my knees, both my ankles, so that gives me 60 minutes of TV time. I normally fall asleep and only maybe ice like half my leg or something, so that kind of stinks. But anyway, I do want to see The New Girl on Fox with Zooey Deschanel. That looks really funny. I love her. She's super cute, and I think I've loved every movie she's ever been in, so I want to see that. But I'm really excited for Parks and Rec to come back on because I love Amy Poehler. As I said earlier, I'm a huge Saturday Night Live fan, and obviously I want to see Saturday Night Live. Alec Baldwin is hosting the first episode. And also the new season of Biggest Loser. I haven't watched Biggest Loser from the beginning. I think this will probably be the third or fourth season I've watched, but that show really inspired me actually to get moving. It kind of was weird because the first time I watched it, I would be like on my couch like eating food, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so lazy. Here I am eating a whole bag of chips, and these people are like working out for 10 hours a day. But it's a great show, and Bob Harper is awesome. So if I could ever meet him in real life, it would be amazing. My favorite thing I ate this week, we made some grilled salmon. It was wild coho salmon, and we put mango salsa on top. It was just, mangoes, onions, jalapenos, cilantro. It was by far the best thing I ate this week. I ate a lot of good food this week, and I could eat that every day of my life. It was fantastic. And we just put it on the grill with little olive oil that I brushed on, make sure I didn't pour a ton of it on there, salt, pepper, and then put the sauce on it. It was awesome. What would I do with $1 million? Oh, this is my last question, so be thankful. Hopefully it'll be under 15 minutes. I'm really sorry that you've had to watch this for so long. But what would I do with $1 million? I love this question. It was really fun thinking of an answer for this. But my first thing I would do would be pay off all my student loans because I think I have $1 million worth of them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't, but it feels like it's close to it sometimes. I would also pay off our cars. We have